Hello and welcome to this lecture. In the previous lecture, you learned how to create a string, and in this lecture, you will be learning some of the operations that can be performed on a string. I have my Python's idle environment open and I have created a string which is Python programming is easy. Now what we will be doing is we will be using this string throughout this lecture on which we will be performing operations on. So to get started with, the first operation which we will be looking at is the string.upper operation. Now what string.upper does is it converts all the characters of your string to uppercase characters. Now to see how that works, let's go ahead and enter our string and then use a dot upper on it. So what that would return is all the characters of our string in uppercase characters. Now similar to upper, we also have a function called string.lower. Now as you might have probably guessed, what this will do is convert all the characters into lowercase characters. Now when I execute it, Python programming is easy and it's all in lowercase characters this time. The next operation which we will be looking at is the replace operation. So what replace operation does is it replaces a part of your string with another string. So to demonstrate how that works, let's go ahead and replace the word easy with the word powerful. So to do that, string.replace, and I want to replace the word easy, so that would go in first and separate it with a comma and then enter the string powerful. Now on execution of this, you can see that the string, or rather the word easy, has been replaced with powerful. The next operation which we will be looking at is the slice operation. Now what slice operation does is it slices your string into a shorter string. Now what if I wanted just the first word of my string? So I can perform a slicing and get that first word out of my string. To do that, enter your string name and then within a pair of square brackets, what you should do is give the starting index of where you need the slice to start from. Now I need my slice to start from 0, which is the index value of p. And then enter the ending index, and just before that you need to enter a colon which acts as a separator between the starting and the ending index. So your ending index would be python. There are 6 characters, which means the value of, or the index value of n would be 5, but make sure that you give one more than the index value. Now since the index value of n is 5, I should be giving here as 6. Now when I do this, I get the output as Python. So that's how you perform a slice on a string. The final operation which we will be looking at is the length operation. So what length operation does is it computes the number of characters of your string and returns the integer output to you. So to see how that works, you call the len function and then you pass the name of your string, which is string. Now on execution of this, you get the output as 26. Now len is a function. Functions are something which we haven't discussed at this point of time, but for now all you need to remember is len is a function that returns the number of characters of your string. Functions will be dealt in a lot more detail in the upcoming sections. Just remember that Python has a lot of inbuilt functions and len is one among them, which is used to compute the length of your string. So that's the end of this section on strings. Let's take a quick review on what you have learned in this section. We started this section by talking about what is a string, which is a sequence of characters enclosed within a pair of single quotes or double quotes. And then we checked how to define a string. You have a variable name followed by an assignment operator, and you assign a string to a variable name. And then we checked at some of the string operations. We have our example string as welcome message that reads, "Welcome to this introduction course on Python programming. Hope you're having a good time learning." So the first operation which we performed on this string was the upper operation, in which all the characters of the string were converted to uppercase characters. And then what we saw was the lower function, which is the opposite of the upper function. It converts all the characters of your string to lowercase characters. Then we saw the replace function, which is used to replace a part of your string with another string. So in this example, we replaced the word learning with experimenting, and our string then returned the final sentence as hope you're having a good time experimenting instead of the string hope you're having a good time learning. Then we saw what is string slicing. It returns a slice of your string based on the indices passed. We checked how to retrieve values using the index position, and that index position will be passed for slicing a string. So we have this example in which we are slicing the string from the index 0 to 7. Now the ending index is 7. The value which the Python will take will be ending index -1, which is 6. So all the characters from the index position 0 to 6 will be sliced and returned to you, which is our output welcome. Finally, what we saw was the length of the string. We have a function called len, which when passed with the string name returns the length of that string. And after string operations, what we saw was how to format a string. So what is string formatting? You can use a variable name as part of a string. And how do you do that? You make use of a placeholder, which is a pair of curly braces, and then you end it with a dot format and enter the variable name. So in this example, we have a variable called programming language, which has the value string as Python. And in our print statement, we are placing a placeholder for the programming language, and in the dot format, we are passing the variable name programming language. So the final output of this string would be welcome to Python programming. The curly braces will be replaced by the variable name programming language, which in turn would be replaced with its value Python. So that's the end of review on this section of strings. Go through all the notes and exercise problems and use the discussion board if you need my help. So the next section is on lists, and I'll see you there. Thank you.